welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a wedding update for you, and I'm super excited because I do have a wedding series here on my channel, but there is only one video in it so far, so this will be the second video, and I am just giving you a little update on how everything's going, what we have done, what the next plans are, and all that good stuff. So we are a year and 1 day out. Actually, today is July 15th, and our wedding, we did set a date, and it is for July 16th of next year, so 2021, and we're super excited. We were actually engaged for about 6 months before we even started really doing anything. A lot was just going on in our personal lives, and then quarantine happened, and it was crazy. So we kind of, after about 6-7 months, we were like, okay, let's get into this. And we knew that we wanted to get married in the summer. We knew July would be the best month just because of being teachers. It just makes more sense having July. I finished school about middle of June typically, and he finishes, I think, early June. So it just makes more sense to get married in July. And we didn't want to have to do July of 2022 because then it would be like a over 2 year engagement, and we knew that we didn't want to do that after being engaged for already 6 months. You may remember in the video that is the first video in this wedding series where I explained just kind of how we met and how he proposed and all that good stuff, and it will definitely be linked below. I'll also put a little card up here just introducing both of us. Ant is actually in the video as well. He was going to be in this one, but he was like, I need a plan, I need things written out, and I'm like, I kind of just go with the flow. So I just figured it'd be easier to just kind of come on here and explain it to you guys myself. But anyway, we knew that we didn't want to wait that long. Originally, we said we wanted to just take our time and not have a quick engagement, and that is still completely true, but I knew that I just didn't want to be engaged for over 2 years. To me, I'm like, at this point, I'm just ready. I want to be married. I'm just ready. So yeah, so we were really excited when we looked at a few venues, and this venue that we chose had the date of July, and we were pretty open. We could kind of do any July date we were pretty open with, but they had just happened to have a date available for us in July, which I was a little bit nervous that we weren't gonna find a date or place that we wanted, because all the brides that were supposed to get married the summer of 2020 because of COVID had to push it back till later this year or next summer. So I was nervous that we were not going to be able to do the date that we wanted. So super happy that we were able to keep our July 2021 date. As for the venue, we chose my dream venue. We originally wanted to do a destination wedding. With destination wedding, even though your guests are paying way more than a typical wedding, we would actually save money as the bride and groom. When you look into everything and costs, you do save so much more money when you do destination. But once I really thought about it, and I was so torn between both, there were pros and cons of both. I wrote them out. It was really hard for me to decide, and I was like, you know what, I want that experience of a bride going and looking at venues. Once we started to do that, it was kind of set okay, I think I want to do local, because when you do a destination wedding, they typically, depending on the resort or depending on where you go, you pay very little to go for one weekend and kind of check it out before and just clarify that this is exactly what you want to do or confirm it. And yes, we would have done that, but my thing was I never was able to, I wouldn't have been able to meet the makeup artist, meet the hairstylist, meet the florist, anyone, literally anyone, try the food. We would not only get that experience, but I'm such a planner, and for me to go into a destination wedding and not know that what I was getting is what I was actually paying for and whatnot just made me too nervous. And I was like, you know what, I kind of want the experience of going cake food tasting and all that kind of good stuff. I was like, I want the experience of that and making it more personable and DIYing decorations and all that kind of good stuff. So I am extremely happy that we chose a local wedding, even though it is over double what we expected to pay. I think it'll totally be worth it, and you get one of these your entire life, hopefully. And I just really wanted to be able to make it personable and local, and then that way we could have more of our family and friends attending as well, because doing a destination wedding, you'll get a lot of people that won't attend. And a part of us was like, oh, that's kind of good, because we wanted it like really intimate and not a lot of people. But at the same time, I'm like, some of my best friends were saying they wouldn't be able to go, and I was really bummed. So glad that we chose a local wedding, and it is a barn. I knew if we ever did local wedding, it was gonna be a barn. I just knew it. That's so my aesthetic. The house is like farmhouse themed. I just love the way that barn weddings look. So that was without a doubt what we looked at. And we looked at 3 or 4 venues, I believe, and the venue that we chose was actually like my dream venue, because being a makeup artist and going and doing wedding makeup for countless amounts of people, I've been to this venue multiple times as a makeup artist working, but never as a bride. And I was like, every time I go and do makeup there, I'm just like, oh my god, this place is so beautiful. And so as a bride, I was like, let's just go and tour it. And it was more expensive than we were expecting, but we're just gonna cut in other places. We're gonna make it work, and I think it's totally worth it. And because it's a barn and it's so beautiful, we don't even need a lot of decorations because it's already beautiful as is. So that's the details on the date and the venue and all that. Another thing, a tip actually, for any of my brides or future brides, whatever, I did want to just go ahead and tell you guys about this knot planner. It's called the Knot, like K-N-O-T, and it actually comes with like a big sticker on the front. I just peeled it off. And inside has dividers of timeline and budget, venue and menu, guest list, invitations, flowers, decor, photos, everything you can imagine. And this aunt got me shortly after we got engaged as a little gift, and it is amazing and so useful, and I highly recommend it. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. I just highly recommend getting something like this, whether it's the knot binder. I know there's tons out there and you can get them off Amazon and stuff, but I would highly suggest getting some sort of planner because it is so helpful. Like, obviously I've never done this before, so I didn't even know where to start, and now I'm like having fun and I'm excited and I know what's next and I know how to plan it. I am not personally getting a wedding planner. I just think they are extremely expensive, and although it would be such a luxury and awesome to be able to do that, it's just not in our budget. So I really don't think we need one with this, and our venue actually comes with like 4 coordinators that are going to help me plan, which is amazing. So yeah, not too stressed yet. I told you guys in our first video that I didn't want to be stressed. I wanted to enjoy the engagement, and so far it's pretty good. There were a couple stressors here and there, but like nothing major, which is great. But like I said, we are only a year out, so now is like where the countdown begins and things start. But again, definitely recommend this. One of the things I wanted to show you is, so this is the timeline and budget tab. And it is really cool because it literally says on here like a timeline. So I'm not gonna like show you guys too much, but just because it's kind of hard. Actually, I'll take it out of the little holes. But so you have this little timeline budget, and it says 12 months before, 9 to 11 months before. There's spots to write your dates, and then it's a checklist of everything that you should have, and it goes all the way up until the day of, which is awesome. So this has kept me really organized with what comes when, and I'm able to check off everything, and that is awesome. I can't say enough good things about this. I'm so glad that Aunt got this for me because it's just awesome. As for the things that we have done so far, obviously venue and date, and then we chose all of our vendors, which we are really fortunate to not even need a lot of vendors. Our venue actually comes with all the food, all the cake, and all the alcohol. So that is 3 vendors that we do not have to hire outside of the venue, which is great. So I don't have to really worry about any of that. Obviously, we'll still go for tastings and we'll be able to choose things and choose the food and all that good stuff, but that'll come later. So really glad that I didn't have to worry about that. So the vendors that we did hire were a DJ, a photographer, a videographer, and a florist. So those were the 4 that we had to hire. And I'm super excited because our photographer is the photographer who did our engagement shoot, who is also a good friend of mine from college, which is really cool because I'm like, girl, when we get to the end of the wedding and you're done, like, kick off your shoes and you can party with us and have a good time. So I'm super excited about that. And then as for makeup, because I'm sure I'll get tons of questions on this, I do plan on doing my own makeup. I'm actually really nervous, and I already have a list in my phone of all the makeup that I think I'm gonna get that like good foundation. I don't have any really foundations that I'm like, okay, I think I definitely want to wear this. I'm leaning more towards Too Faced Born This Way foundation because I have very dry skin and I know that lays well on me and it's hydrating, but I don't know yet, so we're going to take that day by day, and I will definitely be doing wedding makeup tutorials and trials and all that kind of stuff on my channel. I actually do have a good wedding makeup tutorial video already on here, but I will probably practice like what I'm gonna do the day of on myself. I know that I want to do not like full on smoky eye, but I want a little bit of a smoky eye on my eye because I want to, you know, being a makeup artist and doing my makeup all the time, I personally feel like I don't look much different because I'm so used to it. So I want to be able to like look like I have makeup on but still look like myself, if that makes sense. That is everything for venue, vendors, time. I'm looking at my little list down here. Makeup, all that stuff. So the next steps for us are going to be asking our parties. I did ask my maid of honor, who is my best friend since I was first grade, so super happy she said yes. So now I'm in the process of asking my bridesmaids, and then Aunt is having to ask his groomsmen as well. He did not begin that yet, so again, we have some time, so it's not like we're rushed to do that, but that's our next steps. And then I go on vacation soon, and while on vacation, our photographer is going to be taking more photos, because although we got the engagement photos done, when you hire a photographer for the wedding, they typically come with a complimentary engagement shoot. And I had asked her, like, do I need to get this? Like, we already had an engagement shoot. And she's like, it comes with it. Like, we'll just do it. So we're going to do like a summary shoot since our engagement shoot was in the fall, winter time. So I'm really excited about that. And then after we do that, we'll send out our save the dates. So asking the wedding party and save the dates are our next steps, and then haven't even gotten past that. I'm like, not gonna stress myself out, let's just do one thing at a time. I did not start looking at dresses. I think I'm going to look after I finish the wedding party. I want to ask them, get that all settled in, and then I will probably start making appointments to look at wedding dresses. I have a couple ideas in my head of what I want, and I will definitely bring you guys along with me, so keep a lookout for that video. Probably won't be up anytime soon, but I'm definitely gonna make a vlog of us wedding dress shopping. Obviously, I'm not showing you which one I picked, but I do want to record that, so I'm super excited about that. And I think that's pretty much it. We did look at wedding bands. We have not picked anything out for sure yet. My mind not keeps changing, but I just don't want to settle in and commit to anything just yet. Like, we have plenty of time. I don't need to get a wedding band yet. I do like the ones that have, it's like, so obviously this is my engagement ring, and I do like the ones where there's like a single diamond band on each. I think when there's just one band, to me, it looks very unsymmetrical, and I don't like that. So I would like one on the top, one on the bottom. It doesn't have to be like huge or anything, but that is my personal preference. And then Aunt wants to get a wedding band with like baseball stitches in it, so I think that is pretty cool because that's totally him. So we shall see. We have not done that yet, but we are on the lookout for that. I'm so excited to continue to plan. I'm just so ready and having a lot of fun with this, and I don't want to get too stressed out and just have fun along the way. Definitely check out the Knot wedding planning book if you are a bride or soon-to-be bride, because it is extremely helpful. And I will probably see you in the next video, which will most likely be the wedding dress shopping video probably. So keep a lookout for that one. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!